Hello, and welcome to the very last day of Bookmas here on this channel. We have been doing a lot of videos. It's been a little tiring, but we're still going to do videos every single week after this series is over, which it ends today. And on day 12, we are doing book recommendations for each other, and I guess also for you. So you'll end up with 6 books or something like that, but we have some recommendations that are based on nothing other than what we think the other person might enjoy, ideally. Hopefully. So I'm going to let Olivia start this one.
Yep, okay, I have 4.
Oh my.
Okay, Daisy Jones and the Six.
I have never read this, and you told me to before, so I'm not surprised.
Yep, I really enjoyed it. I've told you a bit about it. It's
like
telling the story of this group, this music group.
Yes.
And follows...
It's like Spinal Tap, but a little bit more feminine.
Okay.
Yeah. This is Spinal Tap, I should say.
Okay. It's just kind of interesting because the whole thing is told through interviews mainly.
Okay.
And it feels much more like a TV documentary about what happened to this group rather than a book.
Cool.
It's just,
Oh, that sounds fun.
All yours.
I'll read it. Bam. My recommendation for you for the first one is going to be SSGB. I knew you were already thinking about reading this, but I think you'd actually really enjoy it. It is an alt history novel set in a world in 1941 when Operation Sea Lion during World War II was successful and Germany invaded Britain and made it a or is in the process of converting it to a Reichsprotectorate. Except it's not actually about that. It's a detective story with that as the framework, and pretty cool. I liked it. I did talk about it with you, but I avoided plot elements, didn't I?
You told me about things that you thought I would enjoy. Yes, I think you've enjoyed it because of this.
Yeah, but I managed to avoid pretty much all plot elements. I think it's good. I think you'd like it.
I want to read it, so...
Cool.
Thank you.
Oh, dropped it.
Well,
cool.
I won't read that one now.
Nope. Number 2.
Number 2. Coming Up for Air. Because I feel like I've been talking about this book a lot.
That's a good recommendation. It's your favourite Orwell.
Yep, I don't know what it was about this book. I just really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's a good recommendation for me.
It was kind of a comforting book in that it's taking place late 1930s and it feels like a lot of it could be about talking about today.
Yeah,
and it's that kind
she's told me a lot about this.
Yeah, very comforty, kind of like, these aren't new problems that we all moan about. These are actually things that people have been moaning about for decades.
Yeah.
And there's just something very comfy about this book.
Cool. Well, thank you very much.
You should read it.
Look forward to reading it. I have been. Oh my god, there's so many little notes.
Unfortunately, when I read it, I read a library copy. So all of those little blue tabs in it are to denote where I'd highlighted in the library copy. So it doesn't actually have my notes or my highlighting.
But I know that the paragraph it's on is beautiful.
Yeah, because I didn't read that. Exactly.
Lovely.
Same with Daisy Jones and the Six. I unfortunately read a library copy, so no notes.
I'm afraid to say the next, this one is in a genre you're not going to particularly think you'd like.
Okay.
But it is Robin Hobb's Assassin's Apprentice, because I just think you really like it.
This is the first one.
This is the first of the Assassin. Well, it's the first of the whole world, really. It's the first novel within that whole wider world that I forget the name of.
Okay.
And really, it's very personable. It is a bordering on YA.
Okay, that's
just interesting.
Probably better for me when we're going with fantasy.
Yes. This is probably among the more YA elements, though I don't think she initially wrote it as a YA novel, but it is quite YA. I mean, for most of it, he is a literal child. Okay. At least in this one, he ages as the series progresses. It's very good. The writing is pretty accessible, I think, and the magic is quite down. You know what I mean? It's low.
I also feel like I know quite a lot about the world because when you've read them, you've spoken about them a lot.
And they're great. Make me cry. I love them. Enjoy.
Thank you. I have been wanting to read these for a while.
Beautiful.
But when you've got 9 books on your shelf, it takes quite a lot of motivation to pick them up. So, thank you.
No worries.
This one I've spoken a lot about already. If I Had Your Face.
Cool. Good recommendation.
Thank you.
Set
in South Korea, follows 4 different women. A nice introduction to South Korean society, I think, but told through a story, so it doesn't feel very heavy. There's not facts, and just kind of interesting. And I think you'd enjoy it, especially since we've been watching a few South Korean things.
Why do I smell every book she gives me? Like I'm expecting pine and oak.
Olivia's bookshelf.
Olivia's bookshelf. Few things smell of pine and oak. Okay, well thank you for that. My final suggestion, same genre, but this one. I dropped all the books. This one is to consider your continue your literary education. Is Lord of the Rings. I think you should read Lord of the Rings. This one is homework. It's not homework. It's great. It's so good. Assassin's Apprentice is great. I do love it.
I don't have any issues with reading this. I feel like I probably will enjoy this.
But this is just it's the East of Eden for fantasy.
I didn't love The Hobbit.
The Hobbit is completely different.
Okay.
It feels like it's been written by Dr. Seuss in comparison. If he's written by Dr. Seuss, this is written by Steinbeck.
Okay. I enjoyed
It's
the first
so
half
much
of The Hobbit,
better.
and then I got a bit bored.
I read the whole thing, and I enjoy The Hobbit for what it is, but I don't particularly like The Hobbit.
Okay.
This is a completely different story, so much more slow. I was almost tempted to put this under the slow thing, but I actually don't consider Lord of the Rings to be slow. In English, when we say slow, we usually prescribe that a sort of negative connotation, as if to be slow is to be bad, right? But slow is nice. A lazy, winding river is slow but pleasant.
Yeah, slow's fine.
That is what the Fellowship of the Ring, especially of the 3 Lord of the Rings books, is slow in a very pleasant way. A great example is in the movie between when he gets the ring and when they leave on their grand journey, feels like a few weeks. In the books, it's 17 years and 4 months. I know that very specifically. It's a very long time, and very little elapses in the book. Mostly he's just chilling. And also, he leaves immediately in the movies. No, there's a 200-page section where they plan their elaborate leaving, involving buying a house to go and pretend there, leaving a and there's another Hobbit who's never in the movies.
Okay.
He stays in the house. He tends the garden. You don't really hear from him again.
Okay, well,
It's
I will go into it with an open mind.
Yes, it's very comfy and nice. It's a perfect kind of wintry book. You
Cool.
just read it with tea.
Okay. Well,
Enjoy.
thank you. I will do my best.
You have 2022 to read it.
Brilliant.
Give me one more.
My last one,
yeah.
The Book Thief.
Yes.
Please read The Book Thief.
I will read The Book Thief. You love The Book Thief. I should read The Book. Oh, it's a chunker.
It is, but it doesn't feel like it.
480 pages.
They're quite big pages as well, I suppose.
525. All right.
Right, go into it with a bit of an open mind.
Oh, well, I already have.
The first time I tried to read it, I stupidly tried to listen to the audiobook on a flight, and that really did not work out for me. I think I stopped after the first couple of chapters and was like, nope, not reading this. And then about 2-3 years later, came back to it and just absolutely loved it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's up there with East of Eden.
Oh my god.
So.
Can't wait to be like, no.
You're going to be like, no, it's terrible. I think it's a bit of a kind of Marmite book.
Okay.
People either love it or
I love
they
Marmite.
don't like it.
So everything that one would describe as being love it or hate it, I love it. So
yeah,
generally speaking.
Please look after it.
I will. All right. Thank you very much for your recommendations.
Okay, thank you for yours.
Mine were mostly fantasy. All right. That's Bookmas. It's done.
it.
We're finally free. We can
coming away with 6 books to add to my,
Oh my
to
God.
read list this year.
It's been a long series, and obviously this is quite a small channel. It's a secondary. It's a sort of a secondary channel from what it's mine as a gaming channel, but it's our own thing now. It's a different thing. It has a life of its own.
Yeah.
Some new people have come along and watched the videos and even commented, which we really do appreciate. These are weird, these videos. We're still kind of finding our feet with how we want to do things. Olivia's definitely the main direction of the video choice on the channel, I think.
Yeah.
But I hope to see a lot more content coming to the channel. The plan is once every week, a video every Saturday, I believe, at 4 p.m. British time.
Next one's the Tenant of Welfare Hall.
The next video is the Tenant of Welfare Hall, indeed. And there will also be cooking videos, and I have about 3 brewing videos that are still in the works, one of which is currently still waiting to be filmed its tasting of. Another one is still actually fermenting. So thank you very much for watching. Definitely let us know what kind of things you want to see on the channel in the future. And thank you for joining us in this weird Bookmas series. Maybe we'll do it again next year.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Be fun.
I have enjoyed it. It's
I've
been
had fun.
nice. I'm going to have a lot of books to read, though.
Yeah.
See you then.
Cool. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Bye-bye. Just hoping 2022 is better.
I said the last year.
Yeah.